Hello everyone, welcome to my Football Manager 23 beta save. This year we are going to be doing a beta save with Tottenham Hotspur. The aim is to just win a trophy, as many as possible is the desired tag. If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 40 likes on today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 400 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that post notification bell on. It's free to do, so it does massively help out. We might do 2, maybe 3 seasons. Hopefully it finally wins Spurs some trophies. It's going to be fun. Hopefully you all do go on to enjoy. Let's get straight on with today's episode. Now, I have had some problems with recording and also streaming FM currently with the beta. When recording in 3D, it seems to have a little bit of lag, so if that does happen in today's episode, I'll sort that out for the next one, but it's just getting used to all the new settings and all that sort of stuff. I have been currently streaming a save with Southport over on Twitch. The link to that is down in the description down below. I don't usually like to do Premier League sort of saves. I like to start with non-league and build my way up. When you usually get to about Championship and higher, I'm not really too experienced in that department, but we are going to be starting out with Tottenham Hotspur, and hopefully we can have a successful time. We are going to be going with a small database of around 50,000. We've got all the Chilean, Colombian, Brazilian and Argentine players in there, so hopefully we can pick up some wonder kids and all that sort of stuff, as well as the top 5 leagues. Only the first division in all them top 5 leagues, because as you can see, even at only 50,000, a small database, the estimated game speed is only 3.5. I don't usually like to go under 3, so that should hopefully be fine for us. We are going to be selecting this profile that I have set up for obviously my Southport save. I can't have my actual birthday in the game, but we are going to be using this profile. We're going to use suggested badges based on Tottenham Hotspur. Something around that I think is fairly realistic. You don't want to go too good, but you also don't want to be a non-league level manager with Sunday League experience, because I think that's pretty pointless, to be honest with you. And here we have it then. Tottenham Hotspur hire Drake. Tottenham have today confirmed the appointment of Sam Drake as the club's new manager. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football at the appointment of inexperienced 18-year-old, and he's sure to face plenty of questions when he faces the media for the first time at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Drake has put pen to paper on a 2-year deal worth £61,000 per week. He replaces previous manager Antonio Conte. Didn't exactly set the world on fire in that game against Manchester United the other day. It was a really poor performance from Spurs, so we'll be looking to do better against the better teams. But Drake lacks the reputation of a title specialist, which, given the club's current ambitions, creates an intriguing dynamic as they intend to challenge for major honours. I can't see us challenging for the league in the first season, or even really in the second season, so we're more looking at maybe a Carabao Cup or an FA Cup. Just some sort of trophy would be very nice. In terms of a welcome message, the media predict us to finish 3rd. We clearly have won a lot of trophies in our time, but obviously not recently. Our status is rich. We've got a £26 million transfer budget with nearly a £3 million weekly wage budget. We have state-of-the-art youth facilities and training facilities with good youth recruitment. Last season we finished, I think, 5th. We enter obviously the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, and we are in the Champions League this year. 4-star reputation. I'm looking forward to it. Let's get into it. The coaching staff want me to play whatever this is. I mean, this is Conte ball at its finest. We certainly will be playing a 4 at the back. We're definitely going to look to be recruiting a lot of players, potentially get a lot of players out the door as well. I'm looking for success pretty much straight away. In terms of the club vision, they want us to play attacking football, sign players under the age of 22, play possession-based football, develop players using the club's youth system, do not sign players over the age of 30. We've got to work within the wage budget and maximum 2-year contracts for players over the age of 30. A 5-year plan. At the end of the current season, we need to qualify for the Europa League, reach the latter stages of the FA Cup, reach at least the knockout stages of the Champions League, and be competitive in the Carabao Cup. So fairly low expectations, I would say, for this season, but at the end of next season, we've got to be challenging for the Premier League title and challenging for the Champions League. So this season was really low expectations. Next season, very high expectations. It's certainly going to be a bumpy ride. Hopefully, you all do enjoy this series and all that sort of stuff. We are going to meet the media. We do want an intra-squad friendly. That'll be the only game in today's episode. And I'm happy to have a backroom staff meeting every single week as well. Confirmation then that I am officially the Tottenham Hotspur manager. We don't need to sort the tactics. We'll do that in a moment. In terms of the supporter profile, this is a new thing that they have added into Football Manager this season. As I kind of expected, the supporters' influence on the board is low, so that's very nice to see. 15 million social media followers, 50,000 season ticket holders, with 80,000 nearly on the waiting list. 9% hardcore, 36% core, 13% family, 22% fair weather. What does fair weather actually mean? Especially impatient for success. I don't really know what a fair weather supporter is, to be honest with you. 5% corporate and 15% casual as well. Happy to accept the club's current vision. In terms of pre-season, we're going to have a 5-week pre-season. We've got a couple of players injured at the moment. Doherty's out for 2 weeks, Skip's out for 4 days, and Tanganga is out for 2 weeks as well. In terms of squad selection, we should be fine on all that sort of stuff. The transfer window is officially now open. In terms of the tactic, I do want to create my own tactic. I am going to create my own style. I'm thinking maybe a 4-3-3 with a defensive midfielder. I don't really think we've got the players to play with an attacking midfielder. I don't really think we've got the quality in central midfield to play with an attacking midfielder, so I do think you do go with that defensive cover with a holding midfielder. We want to play positive based football. We want to be very wide when we're attacking, passing into the space, playing out from the back. We want really short passing with a very high tempo. Don't really want to click too much on there. If I was to say something, I'd probably say shoot on sight. In terms of in transition, we want to counter very well. We want to distribute quickly, distribute to the centre backs as well. Out of possession, we want quite a high line, I would say. In terms of the strikers, I want them engaging the press very quickly. We want to trigger that press very often, prevent the short distribution, and apart from that, I mean, I would be happy to invite crosses, but when you're playing up against players like Haaland and stuff like that, you probably don't want to do that. We'll come back to the team and all that sort of stuff in a minute once we've done the intra-squad friendly. But as you can see, lots of players here, loads of players out on loan as well. Plenty of options, certainly, to look at. Not even a full day into my reign as manager, we've already got an offer here. Cheltenham Town have made a loan approach here for Jamie Bowden. Central midfielder, probably never going to get into the first team, out of contract in the summer as well. I mean, he's okay. What standard is he currently operating at? He's a League 2 standard player. That sums up Cheltenham's recruitment. They're happy to pay pretty much all of his wages. I mean, if he's not playing, I want you to pay all of his wages. If he is playing, then you don't have to pay as much of the wages. Suggest that. They're happy to accept that. If that does go through, then obviously I'll show you confirmation and all that sort of stuff. Howard is a physio. He signed a new contract. That wasn't something that I have done. In terms of squad dynamics, introduce myself to the squad. We're looking for Champions League football, but I think the best thing to say right now would probably be European football. I was expecting more from you in terms of promises. Jed Spence clearly not happy, but I'm going to say very positive. Think we can qualify for the Europa League. They're all happy with that. It's the sort of reaction I was looking for. Also be looking to put on a good showing in the Champions League. They're all happy with that as well. We're looking to reach the last stages of the FA Cup. They're happy with that as well. There's the code of conduct. They're all happy with that. Lovely stuff. I think that team meeting has gone very well. Apart from Jed Spence not being happy about any promises being shown at the moment, I think we've done very well there with myself welcoming them to the club and all that sort of stuff. I think now we will have that game against we might do like a mixed first team versus second team. I'm not too sure. Here we have it then. Here are the two teams for our intra-squad friendly. We've got Foster, Royale, Sanchez, Romero, Davies, Højbjerg, White, Sarr, Moira, Son and Richarlison on one team. Then on the second team, we've got Lloris, Spence, Dyer, Langley, Sessegnon, Basuma, Bentancur, Devine, Kulusevski, Gill and Harry Kane. We are going to manage both sides. We'll see how we get on. It doesn't really matter all too much. It just gives me a little bit of an idea of who's currently at where. Some players have failed fitness tests, but that's because we've not played any matches. The only way to build fitness is by playing matches. Let's get into it. Here we are then. We are now underway. As I did mention earlier, I have had some problems so far with lag and all that sort of stuff while recording in 3D. If it is lagging during this game, obviously I won't know until I'm editing it. I'll get it sorted for the next episode. I do apologise if that is the case. If it's not, lovely stuff. And we've got a penalty. The referee's pointing to the spot. I'm not really too sure what's happened there. Kulusevski's fouled Richarlison, and it's an opportunity here for... Is that White who's taking the penalty? It is. It's White, the youngster, steps up, scores, sends Lloris the right way, to be fair. It's not a great penalty. Not a great save attempt, really, from Hugo Lloris there. But the first team take the lead. Both sides are as balanced as what I could get them, so it doesn't really matter what the result is at the end of the day. Bentancur picks up the ball. Great tackle, though, from Emil Højbjerg. He is that man who I want to be anchoring in front of the back four in that DM position, but he's got competition with Basuma. I know Bentancur can play in that role. We've got a couple other options in there as well. We could even put Eric Dyer in that holding midfield role. So there is plenty of options, plenty of squad depth, which is good to see because it does mean we can sell players to get some better players in. Harry Kane, Heung-min Son, touching 30, the pair of them now as well. So that might be something that we look at. Højbjerg again with a great challenge, but Bentancur comes in with an equally good challenge there. Dyer looking for that ball into Harry Kane. He wins the knockdown, finds Kulusevski, ball slide through to Harry Kane, who's never missing from there. He levels things up. 7 minutes on the clock. It's Tottenham first team 1, Tottenham second team 1. Free kick here, which Ben Davies will float into the box. Sanchez wins the header. Easy save, though, for Hugo Lloris, who'll look to play out from the back here. Langley looks for Bentancur. It's a poor header. Brian finds Lloris. Interesting style of play here. It will take them a while to adapt to my style of play. I'm very possession-based with the way that I like to play. Obviously, they probably weren't used to that under Antonio Conte. I want us to be dominating the ball for the majority of this season. I'm personally looking for the Champions League. If we can finish third, that'd be nice. Harry Kane just made it 2-1 there. If you give Harry Kane chances, he's going to score goals. We do have some good squad depth though, so I'm really looking forward to getting into some competitive matches. Obviously, the proper competitive matches, we'll have the first 2 competitive matches in the next episode. I think that'll be coming out Monday, maybe Tuesday, but I'm pretty sure it will be Monday. I'll try and get as many episodes out before the full game does come out, so I want to do so many saves on Football Manager. I'm obviously a Bradford City fan, if you don't know. I will be doing my Bradford City save once I've finished my Bradford City career mode as well, so that'll be coming out, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Make sure you are subscribed with your post notification bell on. Free kick here, which Højbjerg will take. Standing over it. Can he get the first team back level? Højbjerg shoots. Oh, great save, Hugo Lloris. Corner ball here, which Kulusevski will take for the second team. Ball comes into the box. Good header away from Davinson Sanchez. Moira clears it a little bit further, but Bissouma picks it up. He goes into Langley. Eric Dyer picks the ball up. Sessegnon on the ball now. He finds Langley. Patient play this from the second team. Bissouma comes out wide here to Jed Spence. A man who I'm pretty confident will be my first choice right back, or at least will certainly be getting a lot of minutes, because Doherty, Emerson don't really fill me with a lot of confidence, to be honest with you. So I would like to develop Jed Spence, but if he's like 2-star current ability, I would struggle probably to be playing him week in, week out in the Premier League. But the only way he's going to develop is by himself playing games. As Bentancur's got a chance. Great save from Fraser Foster. Harry Kane taps home. He's got his hat-trick. The questions of offside, they're not given. And that does mean it is 3-1 here to the second team. And it's Harry Kane with another hat-trick. Heung-min Son with a great ball here into Richarlison. It's a great chance. It's a great goal. It's a 5-goal thriller here. And we're not even 40 minutes into the match. Great play from Son. Fantastic ball into Richarlison. It's a great finish on his weaker left foot. Probably he's going to be back up here to Harry Kane. But with him being able to play out on the left or out on the right, he might get some more minutes this season as well. If we're 2-3-0 up in the game with 20 minutes to go, I'm just going to bring Harry Kane off. With us being in the Champions League this season, we need to be trying to observe, if that's the right thing, every player's minutes and all that sort of stuff, especially our key players like Heung-min Son, like Harry Kane, as Devine puts the ball into the box here. Kulusevski with a header, it's cleared off the line. Great save there from Fraser Foster. Corner ball here. We've got a nice little match momentum thing coming up here. Statistics indicate that the second team are in control of the match. They are passing well and getting shots on target. Very interesting. I didn't know this sort of stuff actually did pop up. Obviously, I've been managing Southport in the National League North. They don't really have the ability and the facilities really to do that. But it's been quite a good half so far, to be honest with you. I'll tell them that I'm fairly impressed with what I've seen from the second side. First side could be doing it a little bit better. I might make some substitutions, but apart from that, I'm only really going to show you the goals. Bentancur picks the ball up, looking for that ball over the top here to Harry Kane. Good save from Fraser Foster. The liner's given offside anyway, but Foster, I think, is actually a really good bit of business from Tottenham. To get him in, I think it was on a free transfer. He's a very good backup goalkeeper at this level. Jed Spence takes the throw in here. Lots of changes have now been made. A lot of the young lads are now on the pitch for the final half an hour. There's a couple first team players who have remained on the pitch because we didn't quite have enough to fill out both benches. Heung-min Son driving forward here. I'll tell you what, for a friendly, there's been a lot of fouls, and Jed Spence is going to get sent off in an intra-squad friendly. Have you ever seen anything like that before? It is a second yellow for Jed Spence. The second team are down to 10 men. 20 minutes to go. I mean, I guess I just put Perisic at right back. It's not the end of the world, but as you can see, lots of changes have been made and all that sort of stuff. Perisic driving forward here on the right-hand side. Can he get a ball into the box? He does. He finds, I think that's Lancashire, and it's Will Lancashire with the goal. A great finish there. Even though they're down to 10 men, the second team have scored another goal. Look at me on the touchline. I'm absolutely huge, by the way. I have no idea why the assistant is copying my style piece for piece. I was trying to think of what the right terminology was there. I was going to say word for word. But regardless of that, apologies for the waffle. Lancashire makes it 4-2. It's definitely been a goal fest, but the second team, if you look at the stats, absolutely deserve to be winning this game. They have dominated the first team. Heaps picks the ball up. He finds Heung-min Son driving at the defence. Ball comes through here looking for Niall. John who shoots and he scores. We've got a game on our hands here. 7 minutes left on the clock. Is there a chance for the first team to get back into it here? We're going to put them on very attacking. We'll put the second team on very defensive and see what we can come up with there. It's Niall John with a great finish there. Great play from Heung-min Son, as that is exactly what you would expect him to do. We want to put them on very defensive. We want to put these ones on very attacking. Give them some encouragement as well into additional time. Look at the amount of yellow cards we've seen in a game which is meant to be an intra-squad friendly. It's beautiful to see. That is exactly what I wanted to see from my team. Regardless of the game, lots of passion flying in. It's going to be another red card here. Ivan Perisic is now sent off. It's 2 red cards for the second team. I mean, we'll put Basuma at right back, I guess, for the rest of the game. It's certainly been a feisty one, to say the least. Look at the amount of bookings that have gone in. The first intra-squad friendly, the only intra-squad friendly, the first proper friendly under my management ends in a 4-3 game, I guess, at the end of the day. But it was a great performance from Harry Kane. Impressed with, what was his name? Will Lancashire here. 1-star current ability, 16 years of age. Could maybe be one for the future. In terms of the finances, then we do have £26.4 million to spend in terms of transfer budget. Around, I think that's about 180, 200,000, something like that, to spend a week on wages. Obviously, we will look to get some players out the door and all that sort of stuff. I am going to quickly clear the squad. We might as well build our team now. I guess these are all first team players. I think a lot of them will be going back to the under-21s or under-23s, some things like that. But in terms of the goalkeeper, for me personally, it has to be Hugo Lloris. I know he's getting on a little bit now, 35, but he is the club captain. He's on 110 grand a week, out of contract at the end of next season as well. But for me personally, he's a solid player at this level. In terms of right back, we've got Doherty, Royale, or Jed Spence. I mean, a lot of them are more wing backs rather than right backs, so that might be something that we do look at. I do think I'm going to play Jed Spence as a right back, to be honest with you. We'll play him as a supportive wing back, but for me personally, better than Emerson, better than Matt Doherty. So Jed Spence has to play. 2 centre backs. We'll go with Eric Dyer on one side as a ball-playing defender, and then we'll partner him with Romero, I believe. Yeah, Christian Romero can be his partner. Put them two both as ball-playing centre-backs. He's 6'1", and Eric Dyer is 6'3", I want to say. Something like that, 6'2". So clearly we've got a lot of height in there. Dyer is 28, but valued at nearly 70 million. That's certainly interesting. Left back, again, not really got too many options, but I think we are going to go with Ben Davies for now. We'll put him as a supportive wing back. He can't really do that role, so I definitely do think full back is going to be an area of weakness at the moment. In terms of that holding midfielder, I think it's got to be Yves Bissouma, to be honest with you, as a ball-winning midfielder. I think there's not really many players who are better than that. I wanted to go with Højbjerg, but according to, I think it's my assistant manager or maybe one of my coaches, Bissouma is the better player. We want to have a box-to-box midfielder, then we also want to have a Mazzala in there as well. In terms of the box-to-box midfielder, we will give that to maybe Bentancur, potentially. I think he could do that job a little bit better than Højbjerg. And then in terms of the Mazzala, we don't really have anyone who can play as a Mazzala. I don't really want to be playing Skip as a Mazzala. Harry Kane is alright at doing that. I mean, we could maybe look at getting somebody in there. I think for now we'll put Oliver Skip as the Mazzala, but he's more of a ball winner. I don't really want 2 ball winners in there. I mean, for now, we'll put him in there as a ball winner, but I think it's a bit ludicrous having 2 ball winning midfielders, unless you want to put him as a deep line playmaker, maybe. Bissouma as the deep line playmaker, Skip in there, or we could maybe swap them around. I mean, Skip can't really... Skip as the ball winner like that, and then maybe Bissouma as the box-to-box midfielder, and then potentially Bentancur as... Oh, we've got options here, to at least. Maybe Bentancur as the automatic central midfielder, something like that. I think the both fullbacks is a position we need to improve. Maybe an attacking central midfielder. In terms of the right wing, for me personally, it's got to be Kulusevski. I think I'm more interested in playing them as inside forwards rather than inside wingers, and then Heung-min Son will obviously be out over on the left-hand side. We'll put him in there as an inside forward as well. Up front, obviously, he's going to be Harry Kane. We're going to play him as, I mean, apparently he's the best. He's 5-star current ability if you play him as a deep line forward. I'd personally like to play him as an advanced forward, but again, there's options there. We can always change it and all that sort of stuff. We are allowed 5 substitutions, obviously, this year. You are able to select 9 as well. So we'll quickly select them 9 who probably are going to make the bench when everybody is fully fit. As you can see, though, we do have a lot of players out on loan at the moment. Some players who I've never even heard of. So clearly some players for the future. But let me quickly select the bench and I'll show you what that looks like in a moment. Here we have it then. This is the bench. On the bench, we've got Foster, Foster, Royale, Tanganga, Lenley, Perisic, Højbjerg, Mora, Gill and Richarlison, which means the players who miss out on the matchday squad are Austin, Sanchez, Doherty, Lyons, Foster, and we've also got Sessegnon. I think I'm probably going to look to move some of these players on. They don't really fit into my system. We don't, for example, Matt Doherty, we don't need 3 right backs. He's 30 years of age on £75,000 a week. He'll be the first player on the transfer list. We also have currently got 4 other centre-halves who don't include Davinson Sanchez. There's no need for him to be at the club at this moment in time. £65,000 a week. If we can get a couple million in for him as well, that'd be very nice. We'll stick him on at the transfer list. Brandon Austin, I mean, he's just okay for a backup. You know, he's only on £2,000 a week, so I don't mind keeping him around. Lyons Foster, I don't know why I keep calling him Lyons Foster, never really going to be good enough, so I'm happy to stick him on the transfer list as well. Ryan Sessegnon's an interesting one because he's obviously got very good potential, but he's currently championship standard. I can't really see him getting into the side. If he can get nearly 50 million for him, I think I'd be more than happy with that. We'll stick him on the transfer list as well. Obviously, we've got a load of players out on loan who I would like to sell, but we might have to wait until next season for that to come through and all that sort of stuff. Northampton Town have made a load approach here for Jamie Bowden. Currently 1.5 star current ability, League 2 standard, has the potential to play in the Championship at 20 years of age. If he's not playing, you're going to pay all of his wages, but if he is playing, I don't mind you paying 80% of his wages. We'll knock this down as well. I mean, we don't really need that money, to be honest with you. As long as he's playing week in, week out, I don't really mind. Suggest that. They're happy to accept that, so I'm more than happy to accept that offer. We did actually get an offer here for Davinson and Sanchez. I turned it down because Ajax wanted us to pay a significant amount of his wages per week, so we did turn it down. We have actually got Sanchez, who's not happy about me blocking his move. It wasn't necessarily because I don't want to sell him. Like, I clearly want to get him off the wage bill and all that sort of stuff, but I don't want to be paying nearly £30,000 a week towards his wages. We'll discuss the issue with Davinson Sanchez. The finances weren't right on the deal. I'm more than happy to accept something around £21 million. He's more than happy for that. If someone comes in for 21 million, I don't really mind paying the odd wages every now and again. We also blocked a move for Ryan Sessegnon, again very similar to that. We didn't really get offers which I thought was significant value. With what his value is, £37 million, I'm not going to accept 6 million from Dortmund, am I? It was just a little bit silly and all that sort of stuff. We'll see what Lloris can do about that. Lloris is unable to solve his happiness, so we will have a discussion with Sessegnon. The same thing. What would he be willing to accept? I mean, for about 45 million, yeah, he's happy with 45 million, so I'm never going to accept 6 million, am I? Let's move on. I know we just received that loan offer for Jamie Bowden, but he's never really going to be good enough to play in the first team, in my opinion. We've got 2 permanent offers here from Sheffield United and Sunderland. We'll reject the Sunderland one, we'll accept the one from Sheffield United. It's more money and the exact same percentage of profit from the next sale. So potentially Bowden could be going out on loan, but he could also be leaving on a permanent basis as well. We do also have a lot of players who are out of contract in the summer. None of them really too significant as of right now. I would like to keep this guy around, Maxim Pascozzi. Probably pronounced his name wrong there, but he's got very nice potential. Apart from that, I can't really see any of them getting anywhere near the first team squad. We will offer this guy a new contract. We are going to enter contract negotiations. You're about to enter contract negotiations with the player without discussing with their agent. Is this a new feature? You got to discuss with the agent first. We're very keen on re-signing him. He wants 10k a week. We need to find him a loan move as well. More than happy with that. So we've spoken to the agent. Now we can enter the contract negotiations. We do want to find him a loan move, but we don't want to really make that mandatory. If we can't find him one, then it's nothing I can really do about that. Future prospect, is he more than happy to sign that? He is. Lovely stuff. In terms of actually negotiating the contract, so he wouldn't gain an automatic work permit, which isn't ideal, but I mean, I guess we can always sell him on if he's not great. We'll give him a 5-year contract. With a player with potential, you need to give him longer term contracts if possible. If possible, I want to move his wage down a little bit as well. He only wants a 3-year deal and he's moved his wage up quite a lot there. How about a 4-year deal and 8.5k a week? No, he's gone back to a very similar offer. How about 9k a week and a 4-year deal? Yeah, he's happy to accept that. Lovely stuff. So hopefully that does officially get confirmed in the next coming days. We'll sort all the staff out in a moment as well. I do want to do that before we end today's episode. Lots of very good youth players here. Players like Jamie Donnelly is certainly a player I want to keep around the building, and potentially Billy Heaps as well. We have been able to agree a new 3-year deal here with Jamie Donnelly, 17-year-old striker with 4-star potential. Very happy to get that one over the line, so we'll get that accepted. And we have also been able to agree a deal with Billy Heaps. New 3-year contract on £5,000 £1,500 per week. He has 3.5-star potential as well. He's currently Vanarama national standard, but with a couple years development, who knows, he could maybe see himself in the first team. The rest of them, not really too interested at the moment. Lucas Moura's work permit is set to expire. He's out of contract at the end of the season. He's 29 years of age. Certainly won't be getting the new deal from me. If anything, I think we look to cash in on him now, to be honest with you. We have received a loan to buy offer here from AC Milan. They're happy to pay 40% of his wages. He does have a mandatory fee here, though, of nearly £15 million. There's lots of bonuses in there as well, which I don't mind. Loan cannot be terminated, obviously, due to the mandatory fee. If they want to pay 60% of his wages when he's not playing, give us 4 million in installments, put that up to 15 million, up that to 900k, and up that to 400k. What's that? That's about 20 million once everything goes through in terms of a permanent fee. He's valued at 21 million. You know what? If they accept that, I'm more than happy. They haven't. They've changed up everything quite drastically there. They've put it back down to 18.25 million. Well, if he's not playing, then you're going to pay 80% of his wages. What do they think about that? No, I mean, they're just putting this more further. They've now put it down to 18 million. No, you're wasting my time. That's not how negotiations work. You don't offer less money. That's simply not how it works. One thing, obviously, about the Premier League, you get a significant amount of money for TV deals. We've got 3 matches on TV. 1 in August, 2 in September as well. A derby against Fulham and West Ham in there as well. There is lots of things this season that I do want to win. I want to be winning the derbies and all that sort of stuff. They're just as good as trophies, in my opinion, winning the derby matches and all that sort of stuff. But next episode, we should hopefully have some signings coming in, some players coming out the door as well, because we're not having any official transfer business go through in today's episode. But thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you have enjoyed. If you have, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could channel it 40 likes, as I said at the start of today's episode, that'd be absolutely class. Subscribe if you're new as well. We are now on the road to 400 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed. If you haven't already, with that post notification bell on, it's free to do so and it does massively help out. Let me know down in the comment section down below, what positions do you think I need to improve? What do you think I need to have a look at as well? What do you think have I missed in today's episode? Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day and I shall see you all very soon for another one. Peace.